So I'm asking you as a professional in the field, how long do you have to talk to the typical business person before you help them figure out that they're full of crap?
Not very long, I'm happy to say.
Good.
The thing is that every person has, something that they're dealing with, and when you can get to the heart of that almost immediately, you see the light in their eyes. You see them going, "Oh my God, this person really gets me." And so whatever she then has to say, so whatever I talk about afterwards, they're with me, they're on board, because I've already understood them to the point that they are able to feel comfortable. They're able to feel seen in a way that I would say in business, they perhaps haven't been able to be seen for a very, very long time. And so that's priceless.
So a really, really good leader can get off of a very terrible telephone call with a partner or a provider and pivot to having a compassionate conversation with a human being who needs help without having to carry the emotions of the first call into the second encounter and ruin it, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Do you help people with that? Can you help me with that? Because I could really use that kind of help.
I knew you were talking about you.
Yeah, I might have been asking for a friend.
A friend of mine. That's a great question, Al. Thank you. So, what I would say is that, that's part of what we help leaders actually develop in themselves. It's a level of emotional intelligence. It's about when we are connecting with the heart space, when we're allowing both parts of our brains, one of the things that we really encourage is, that self-awareness, because the more you become self-aware, the more you're able to stay present and not bring other things into that present moment awareness. And the reason why people struggle with that is because they don't know how to let go of those emotions. And so it is about developing your emotional intelligence. And it's something that we can teach, thank God. It's one of those qualities that, the more they practice it, the more they understand why they're not able to let something go, the easier it becomes to be able to let it go. And when they're able to work through whatever it is and to be able to let it go, it's one of those sort of counterintuitive things. The more you make time for yourself, the more you're actually going to do a better job. And so, we really encourage people to get to know themselves and to recognize what their sore points are, what they're not good at. And if they're not good at something, how they can develop so that they get better, so they're not being reactive, for example, or they're not carrying the weight of something else, a different conversation into that moment. And they are able to pivot because, of course, being a good leader means that you have multiple roles and you have to change hats, at the drop of a hat. And, it's a quality that I think that you can learn very, very easily. In fact, it's about heart coherence. And when you're in your heart space, then other things, I believe, and I've seen through my 30 odd years of working in this way, that other things begin to fall into place. And when other things fall into place, we don't have to work so hard.
Well,
and I'm all about not working so hard, getting the results, getting to the top of your game, but not having to work terribly hard, being smarter. And smarter is, really heart-centered.
It's all about the heart. And, Hema, I think that people should have you on retainer for an entire year, because all the services that you provide and the environment that we're living in today, we need more of you more often.